Hello po to all our UJ viewers from different time zones across the world. Please stay with us, join us in the next hour as we continue to bring you another interesting topic discussion. Once again, of course, with my co-host, Bea. Hello, Bea.
Hi,
Bea,
Kuya Randell. Good
there you are.
evening. Yes,
Good evening.
nakapagpo
How's
po.
your Saturday weekend so far?
It's doing good naman po. Syempre, we're looking forward to having UG Radio every Saturday. Ito po yung pinaka-hinihintay ko and I'm sure po yung mga viewers natin ganun din. I think, Kuya Randell, kayo din naman po. We're waiting for
Definitely,
UG Radio every
definitely.
Saturday.
And speaking of our viewers, allow me to greet po our team Facebook. So we have Sister Elsie, Sister
Yes!
Hillary, Sister Krisha, Cheryl, Lily, Benjo, Brian and Ella, Rosana, and Brother Nathan. There you go. Walang sawa pong tumatangkilik. Just like the rest of the brethren po. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. Salamat po for every Saturday being here with us.
Yes! And ako na rin po, saluhin ko na po for our Team YouTube syempre kasi po lagi yan silang magka-partner. So hello po sa ating Team YouTube. Hello po kay Sister Azel, Sister Camille, kay Sister Doxa, si Camisa, Caro Roberto, Kuya Chris Daniel, Kuya Leo Vidar, Kuya Chaser Dan, Kuya Mark Estrel, and Ka Filmer. Hello, hello po sa inyo! Ayan na, YouTube video na nga. And Kuya Randall, please let me greet lang because I was supposed to greet them last Saturday. Hello po sa Obsung family, kina Ka-Rides, kay Ka-Marge, kay Rog. Happy belated birthday, Rog. And also kay Ryan and kay Remjo. Ayan, di ba puro kasi sila R yung pangalan so medyo nagbakal na po ako. Hello po sa inyo and happy viewing!
Happy viewing po! So you can see Bea, lumalaki ng
Oy.
lumalaki every time ang family ng UJ Radio.
Yes. Yes po. Dahil yan din po syempre sa mga tumatangkilik po sa atin that they continue to invite. Kaya naman po, pagpatuloy nila mga kapatid para po lagi tayong nadadagdagan ng kaalaman at napapalakas po ang ating pananampalataya. Diba? Yun naman ang pinipilit naming maibigay, ma-share po sa inyo ni Kuya Randall dito every Saturday. Yun.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
So before we continue, Bea,
Kuya-
I think you are to introduce now our first INCMV for this Saturday.
Yes. Alright, of course, let's start our show with an INCMV po. Siyempre, daming palalampasin yan. This is a collaboration po mula sa ating mga kapatid from different parts of the world. Nasa US, nasa Europe, Australia, and others. Produced by the INC Media Florida. Here is Hold On Firmly. Enjoy mga kapatid, and we'll be right back.
Well, once again, we're back, and that was our first INCMV for tonight, entitled Hold On Firmly. Now, let me do the honors of introducing our guest for this evening. She is, in fact, an American Sign Language interpreter at Harry Truman High School, worship service ASL interpreter, local lead chronicler, media producer, and at the same time, the head secretary for the local congregation of Belmore, New York. Friends and viewers, let's all welcome Sister Mary Rose from the local po of Belmore, Sister Mary Rose Guillermo. Hello po, Sister Mary Rose.
Hello. Hello po, everybody.
Hello po, Sister Rose.
Hi.
What time is it there
How are
po?
you doing po?
Right now, it's 6:09 a.m.
Oh, okay. So I guess we are
Yes.
16.
Good morning.
Good morning on your case. Good evening
Yes.
po sa
Good
amin.
evening
Bea.
naman po sa inyo. Yes.
Yes.
So kanina,
Glad
Bea,
to have you po with us. Yes, Kuya Randell.
kanina po we've seen dun sa INCMV po natin, one of the participants po is Sister Rose po.
Yes.
Or is it okay po, we'll just call you Sister Rose?
Yes,
And then
you
if you
can.
mind, if you could tell us po, how did you get to perform po sa video na pinanood natin earlier, and when was this video po?
It was taken, the church is moving so fast. So when they request for a video, we do it right away and then send it to them right away. So I think recent lang po ito. And
Okay.
then, nung ginawa po yun, I remember doing it the time that when they requested to me, it was late at night and then I have to do it right away. I don't remember the months or kung kailan namin film, pero mabilis. It's just, getting the words and then eto na po, submitted na.
But I guess
Agad-agad
it's
po
fairly
siya.
new po.
Yeah.
Opo.
Yes. Okay. So, as we introduced you earlier po, Sister Rose, ang gusto po naming malaman unang-una ni Kuya Randall is, since you're in the States po, how long have you been there po?
I've
Were you
been
there,
here.
talaga po you were born there po, or
No.
you just migrated po?
No, I moved here. My parents moved here 1982.
Okay.
So nauna po si nanay tsaka si tatay, and then I moved there 1999. Sorry. My brain is not working. So,
It's okay po.
Maaga
yes,
po kasi sa time niyo.
oo nga, ano. Pero yes, I moved here 1999.
Okay.
1999, so
Medyo
it's-
matagal na rin.
Yes, so
Opo,
it's
medyo
been
matagal na rin
about,
po.
matagal na din po, matagal na. Yeah.
So basing po earlier of what we saw po, and during the introduction, we mentioned po that you are an ASL, which means to say American Sign Language interpreter. So when we say American Sign Language, are there differences po when it comes to sign languages, the expression of which, kung may American, meron bang Filipino that's distinct, or Australian that's distinct, or how they do it in Europe po?
Right. Oh yes po, syempre po. Just like typical language, they have their own grammar, they have their own syntax and meaning. The same goes with the American Sign Language. So there's a difference between the Filipino Sign Language and the American Sign Language. Kaya it's like speaking Taglish kung pinagsama nyo yung dalawang FSL and ASL. So if you want to be distinct, it should be Filipino Sign Language and American Sign Language. Magkaiba po.
Oh, so that's quite interesting. So parang
Yes.
talagang language po na may pagkakaiba. So in the same manner, ganun din po sa sign language. So
Yes.
Bea and I are also curious po, how do you actually become a sign language interpreter? Meron bang formal studies po nito, or is it like you'd have to have a certain experience first? Kasi hindi naman lahat ng mga sign language interpreters po, they are doing so because of the same reason, di po ba? So in your
Yes.
case po,
Yes.
so how did you become, or how does one become a sign language interpreter?
In my case po, it's quite unique, I guess, dahil ang parents ko po are both deaf.
Okay.
So, ako po yung tinatawag nilang CODA, C-O-D-A, which
There
means
you go.
Child of a Deaf Adult.
Child of a deaf adult. So,
Yes.
Bea, meron tayong natutunan tonight agad. Ako, isa pa lang.
Yes.
So, we have
Yes.
have this CODA, and the meaning of
Uh-huh.
which po again, ano po meaning? Child of
a Deaf Adult.
Child of a deaf adult. Okay, so that inspired you po
Uh-huh.
una that
Alright.
you really have to indulge into sign language po.
I grew up signing already FSL, home signs ng pagkasama ko si nanay, si tatay. But then, they moved to the United States. I was 11 years old. So, we got
Okay.
separated for about 16 years.
Matagal
Kaya,
din, ano po?
Matagal kaming hindi nagkita. And during that time that they are here in the US, I became an Iglesia.
Okay.
So yung
Okay.
signing ko, so the first thought after my baptism, the first people that are on my mind that I will invite are my parents. Kasi they're both deaf. So nasa disadvantage sila. In my point of view, they are on the disadvantage kasi they cannot hear. But
Correct,
I have
correct.
this. I have this. So
So, saan po
sabi-
kayo natuto po?
that's my first language.
Okay.
I grew
Since
up
we-
signing, communicating with my parents in sign.
Okay. So, it's like informal po siya.
Yeah.
Hindi po siya that you really have to attend po a workshop or classes
No,
in the
I don't have
classroom
to-
po.
I don't need those things kasi po, I grew up, it's in my culture to sign.
I see.
Lahat.
Oh,
Opo.
okay.
Apo. So that's how I communicate with nanay and tatay when I was a little girl. Nanay is always with me, going to the palengke, di ba? Hahatakin niya ako. Bibili kami ng melon, tapos makikibargain siya. Tapos,
Okay.
ate, piso na lang. Sabi ko, no, 2 piso daw. Tapos nakikibargain siya. Ako yung nasa gitna, yung batang maliit.
Opo.
The reason wh-
Kayo po ang
the reason-
nag-communicate for this.
Yes, ako
Yes,
yung
correct.
parang nag-interpret for sort of, parang ganon.
Actually, that's
Yes.
what real interpreter does po, di po ba? They interpret
Opo.
to make a line of communication. Now, the reason why I asked, Sister Rose, the reason why I asked po, because, di ba, Bea, sa New Era University, they have the certification program po
Yes.
for sign language
Yes.
interpreters. So, eto naman yung other way of learning po the sign language. So,
And
yung
becoming
kay Sister
certified
Rose,
din, di ba, Kuya Randell?
that's correct. So yung kay
Yes.
Sister Rose naman, it was kind of like innate po that she really has to because the condition calls for it. Yung parents niya po
Yes.
kasi are both deaf as mentioned po by Sister Rose. Kaya kailangan niya po matuto since childhood, ganun na po. Pero yung mga kapatid din natin and those even
Gustong
outside the
matuto.
church po na gustong matuto, they were catered po through a certification program po under New Era University, which is a certification program for sign language interpreters. And once again, Bea, this is
Actually-
another...
Yes po.
Sige po, go ahead.
Yes po, actually si Karos po. Karos, have you visited us here po since kayo po ay isang ASL po dyan sa US po at isa po kayong kapatid? Did you happen to, nakabisita na po kayo dito sa Pilipinas po for that? Nakausap niyo rin po ba sila dito, mga under po ng certification program natin?
Yes. I did a few presentation in New Era po regarding the knowledge that I've learned here. Usually, I always bring in something unique from the deaf-blind community. Paano ba nakikipag-communicate? So, I introduce haptics to the New Era staff and also the students para palaging up-to-date ang mga kapatid sa mga nangyayari dito sa States. So, that's one of the reason. Yan, yun yung picture. Yay!
Okay. Since
I'm
na-mention
so
niyo po,
happy. I'm always happy to see the brethren pagka nagpe-present po ako.
since you mentioned po earlier, Sister Rose, that you come here and you share the experiences po, whatever you learned po from the States, would you
Yes.
mind telling us po, are there certain correct and incorrect terms po when we talk about deaf persons? Meron po ba
Yes.
mga appropriate words na we shouldn't call them that or this is
Yes.
how we should call them po?
Yes. Ayaw nila dito sa States, ayaw nila ng salitang mute.
Okay, that's one thing.
M-U-T-E. Kasi sabi nila meron silang voice.
Yes.
So they don't
Okay.
wanna be called mute. They just wanna be called deaf.
Deaf.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So deaf. That's it. Mhm.
Yung tipong
How
how
Pero, ha?
Dito
Kasi
po sa Philippines po ba, meron din po ba silang preferred way of kung ano po yung mas okay po na tawag po sa kanila? Is it the same po?
I would say the same, pero sa tagal ko na po dito, ay di ko alam ang culture sa mga deaf community sa Pilipinas, no? Kasi nga po, there are certain different countries, they have their own set of cultures.
Oh, I see.
Kaya maaring yung kaibigan po ng nanay-tatay ko are still very much into old-fashioned Filipino, yung kanilang group. Maaring there's no changes. So it depends on them. Maaring yung mga bagong generation ng mga deaf, iba na rin ang kanilang culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's better that we ask someone po na marunong din po from here if ever po kailangan namin maipag-converse. That's the best way po. Okay.
But you can, most likely naiintindihan nila yung, ako I will be able to catch on if it's FSL or ASL. Kaya, merong mga deaf na Pilipino, hindi nila minsan naintindihan. Oh, ano sabi niya? Ano daw yun? Sabi ko kasi ganun eh. O
okay.
nag-i-interpret ako sa Bible study, soon. Sabi ko, soon. Malapit na ang pagdating ni Cristo, right? Soon. So, yun ang isa sa mga, sabi niya, ano yun? Sabi niya ganun, ano daw yun? So, sabi ko, soon. So,
Just like any language.
Yeah, any language is
Just
the
like
same.
any language, may pagkakaiba po pagka dineliver mo. Now, if I may share, Bea and Carlos, when I was po kasi in high school dati, I had a classmate na deaf siya. So whenever the teacher po calls his attention, because I was in a school for boys, calls his attention, at hindi niya napapansin, ang ginagawa ko po, I tap him. Tinatap ko siya. I make sure na yung focus niya nakaharap dun sa teacher. Otherwise, mahirapan po siya na tinatawag na pala siya. So my question is there an proper way to approach or to communicate with a deaf?
Yes, there is an appropriate way. Yung pong ginawa nyo is excellent. That's how you respectfully do it to get the attention of a deaf person. There's no other way, lalo na pagka ang kanilang point of view, yung kanilang vision, peripheral vision, hindi kanila nakikita. So you tap them on the shoulder.
Oh, kaya pala.
Yes.
Kaya pala po, I've also learned and read prior to this episode po, now when you talk to them, kailangan po, you look at them in the eye and then as much as possible, you're not facing, yung light dapat kung nandun sa'yo because they actually tend to read the lips. Tama po ba?
They can read lips, hindi lahat nakaka-read ng lips. Tatay ko is born deaf. Hindi siya yung, si nanay, she's born hearing. And then at the age of 5, she became deaf. So there's a difference between the two. Si tatay, talagang wala siyang hearing. So, hindi siya makaread ng lips, hindi niya alam ang pronunciation, ano ba yung ng movement ng mouth, what does it mean. He will not get it. Pero po si nanay, sasabihin, alam niya yung Tagalog ng 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3. So sasabihin ko, 2. Alam niya na yun, oh, 2. Okay, so
without the actions po.
Without the action, dalawa. Yun, naghuhugas ka ng plato, ano? And then, 2. Oh, okay. So, she knows that.
Maybe yan din yung degree ng mga nila no? Yung mga talents nila. Some could read the lips. Iba naman, you really have to put in gestures
really
or other images.
Right. It varies from individual. Kaya nga, napaka-diverse ng deaf community. Kasi yung hearing loss degree nila ay magkakaiba. Even though they have hearing aids or they have cochlear implant, they have surgery, it's still different. Kasi yung iba naririnig yung amplified sound, yung iba tone lang, yung iba yung pitch. Kaya hindi pare-pareho ang degree ng deafness nila.
So if you may summarize po, what are the difficulties, the challenges that you actually encountered po in learning sign language or in becoming an interpreter? Ano po yung mga challenges po?
challenges to become an interpreter.
Opo.
Okay, to become an interpreter, you have to, I guess the deaf culture should be there. Yung deaf culture nila, dapat alam mo. Tapos, yung pagka, halimbawa ay difficulty, challenge na face ko. Oh, hindi ko sinasabi na ako ay coda. Kasi ang tendency ay, coda ka lang naman eh. Bakit parang may right ako maging interpreter kasi coda na ako. But then, in interpreting world, it's not even mentioned. It's not as important kasi ang ginagawa mo as an interpreter is delivering the message from one language to another. It does not have anything to do with me being the child of a deaf adult.
Oh, okay.
So that's one challenge kasi nag-i-intern ako sa isang university, sa Columbia University, and then the interpreter was talking about, oh, you're gonna be interning here? Okay, so you know all those codas and this and that and that. So sabi ko doon sa kasama ko, please, wag mo sasabihin na ang nanay tatay ko ay deaf, please. So I have to hide that and just focus on how we will be delivering as an interpreter. So, yun ang focus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yun ang challenge. Tapos, ang isa pa ay deaf people tend to have their own group.
Okay.
Yes. Hindi mo sila maluloko. They know if you are good or not.
I think they even have better senses when it comes to that.
They use their senses. Sabihin nila, oh yeah, oh that's very nice. They will smile at you. Oh, you're good. But then at the back of their mind, hindi kita naintindihan.
Okay.
So yeah, they have that. They have that. So I always check in with them. Did you understand kung ano yung sinabi ko? Pag hindi, uulitin natin. Since I'm also interpreting in a high school setting, I ask them, kids, naintindihan nyo ba yung sinabi ng teacher? Pag hindi, uulitin. So they don't mind repeating pagka ganun. Yan.
So you really have to have patience po pala. You have to be diverse. Kasi may mga grupo-grupo din po sila. Okay, Bea. So at least we're learning a lot po. Kasi from day-to-day occurrences, who knows, one time you might have to need it.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Okay po. Okay, so so far na ang dami po namin natutunan from Sister Rose. So mamaya po we'll learn a bit more about sign language and we'll know more about Sister Rose. But for now po, let's have our second INCMV. This is a request po. Okay. Ito po ay isa sa mga most requested natin at marami po itong mga version. Pero this time po we'll be playing ito pong kasama po yung ating mga sign language challenge participants. So here is Nananalig. Sabayan niyo po mga kapatid and enjoy!
Sa tunay na bayan
watching UG Radio, mga kapatid, on this beautiful Saturday night. And that was Nananalig. Kasama po ang, syempre yun, yung Clarity. Wala pa po akong bangs doon. Kasama po namin ang ating mga sign language challenge participants, and we hope that you enjoyed that. That request was sent in by Sister Nani at meron po siyang message. Hello po sa lahat ng kapatid sa lokal ng Sikya, distrito ng Maynila. Ang topic po ngayon ng UJ ay napakalapit sa aking puso dahil po ang aking pong anak ay isa pong deaf friend. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa ating tagapamahalang pangkalahatan na may ganito pong mga programa na patuloy pong nagbibigay ng kasiglahan sa bawat isa sa atin. Ang request ko po na INCMV ay Nananalig. Thank you po and God bless po. So Sister Nani, we hope that you and your daughter enjoyed that po. Ayun, thank you so much sa lahat po ng mga kapatid natin sumabay. Sana nag-enjoy rin po kayo. And now, Kuya Randell and I will give the floor para po kay Sister Rose para mag-shoutout din po dahil for sure meron din po siyang naka-reading list ng mga babatiin.
Go ahead, Sister Rose.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Hi, hello to my mom and dad, brother Cecilio and sister Norma Acuña from the local of Belmore, New York. Hello, hello, hello. Of course, my children, Mariel, I have Alex, Crystal, and Denise. Hello po sa inyo, sa aking son-in-law na minister, brother Rowell David. Hi! I love you all!
Thank you. Ang dami ring energy ni Caros.
Yes.
Alright. Meron ba po, Caros, kayong babatiin? Go ahead po.
Hi. Opo, from the whole brethren in the local of Belmore, New York. Hi, hi. We are on the radio right now. We are so honored to be here. So shout out po sa lahat ng mga kapatid sa lokal po ng Belmore, sa aming mga kapatid na sa Chronicler group po namin, sa Media Tech Group, TSV, of course, sa aming Department, Secretariat Department. Hello po mga kapatid. Nandito po ako sa radio ngayon. Thank you po.
Yes, and of course, we are also live na live din po on INCTV and on INC Production Company's Facebook page and YouTube channel. So for sure, may mga in-invite din po si Caros na nanonood through those platforms po, panigurado. All right. Okay. So, Kuya Randall, I think it's time that we have our sound check. Di po ba? Mystery sound muna po tayo, syempre.
So, let them play the mystery sound.
Di po. Kuya Kevin, go.
Go ahead.
Ayan.
Parang yan yung sa inyo kanina, Bea, yung ginagawang bahay.
Kasi syempre nagpupulong po kami ni Kuya Randall ng earlier time po eh. Hindi po yan yun, Kuya Randall. Hindi namin ni-record yun eh. Pero isa pa pong beses kasi parang medyo naiba to. Kuya Kevin, this time baka pwede pong mas malakas pa.
Pinakamalakas na, Kuya Kevin. Please.
Ang daming possible na sagot doon pero...
Oo nga eh. Sister Rose, do you have any guess?
May dalawa po akong guess.
Okay.
Yung isa po ay walking on the stairs.
Okay.
Or
Pwede, walking on the stairs.
Yung lata na merong plastic tapos parang tambol.
How about you, Bea? How about you?
Parang same po with Caros's first answer. Feeling ko po kasi parang yung consistency ng hakbang parang naglalakad. Pero hindi rin ako sure kasi last time nga, ang dami nating guess pero hindi tayo tumama. How about you, Kuya Randall, bago tayo mag-proceed? Ano pong guess nyo?
Ako naman, baka bata lang siya na naglalaro, may pinupukpok laruan niya, yung hawak niya, like a toddler, tapos yung toddler pinupukpok niya lang yung laruan niya. Pero mind you, Sister Rose, I'm not really good in guessing, lalo na pagdating dito sa ginagawa nating segment na Soundcheck po. So hopefully, to all our viewers po, I know you have your... Yes, I know po all our viewers, they're really so smart. So you could drop in po your guesses on our comment section and Bea and I will read them on our shout-out portion. Include nyo na rin po yung inyong mga greetings. So hashtag Soundcheck.
Yes. Alright. At dahil dyan, actually, nag-prepare po kami ng isang game for tonight. So, I'm sure po that some of our viewers po na nanonood din ng INCMV playlist ay familiar dito. And this time po, magagawa namin ng live. Kaya excited kami ni Kuya Randell. This is Sign With Me. O, diba? Nakakamiss. Sign With Me. Okay. So, ako na magbabasa po ng instructions. Although, hindi po ako yung mag-moderate ng game this time. So, medyo kinakabahan na po kami ni Kuya Randall actually. So, this time po, of course, we have Sister Rose. Si Caros po will sign words po that na pinipare po niya at huhulaan po namin ni Kuya Randall. At syempre po kayo pong ating mga viewers can also join in po sa ating game kung ano po yung mga salita na yun. Meron naman po tayong choices, wag po kayong mag-alala. So ito po ay medyo labanan ng internet connection. Minsan paunahan po Kuya Randall. So okay lang naman. Okay, so Carlos, okay na po ba? Sana po hindi mahirap yung words.
Pero multiple choice naman kaya yan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, ito na. Okay. Okay
Go
po.
ahead.
Sige, we're ready po.
So first word,
Okay, that's the first word.
smile.
Okay, ano pong... Okay. Ano pong choices? Meron po tayong choices for
May
this.
choices tayo.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Sige po, one more time po, Carlos. Bea! O yan na, yun na yung buzzer natin, Kuya Randall. Name na lang. Bea. Can I guess po?
Go ahead, Bea.
Sorry po. Is it apple?
Yes, apple.
Ah,
Apple!
Apple.
1-0.
My favorite fruit. Hindi. Kami ni Kuya Randall actually magkakampi. So actually mag-alternate lang po kami. Joke lang po. Sige po, go ahead po.
Okay, let's go to the next word po, please, Carlos.
Next word.
Hand.
Hand. Very, di ba? Very visual po. Hand.
Oh!
Yeah, tama
What else
si Kuya
could it be?
Randall.
Oh, that's 1-1 on us. That's 1-1 on us,
Galing.
Bea.
Yes! Yeah. Next! Necktie?
Necktie, yes.
Necktie!
Well done, Bea.
Alright!
Very visual yan. Pag necktie.
Opo. So, Kuya Randall, no, lagi siya may necktie eh. Ayan. Okay.
Mhm.
So for our fourth word,
Okay.
Fourth word.
shampoo.
Shampoo. Tama si Kuya Randall.
Bago ni
Ang
Kuya
galing.
Randall, tas ako
Yeah,
na-
because that can't be toothbrush. Hindi pwede maging
Pero-
toothbrush yan. This is toothbrush, right? Or scrub. I don't know how scrub should be.
Tama po. Tama po. Pati yung toothbrush nyo. Tama.
Pero nonetheless, baka mga
Yeah.
iba, they use sabon, so they call it soap.
Pwede. Pwede rin, no?
Diba,
Hawak
soap?
ng sabon. Pwede.
Alright, so that's shampoo. Okay
How many
po,
more words do
okay.
we have?
Next.
Okay, let's go to the next word. Tired.
Tired?
Nakita niyo po yung mukha ko? Mukha po man tired.
I could barely see the hands po kasi.
Opo.
Ayan, there you go.
Happy?
Happy. Yes. Kasi
Really?
facial expression ko po nakita niyo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you saw my facial expression. It cannot be tired kasi ang tired eye.
Okay. I was just focusing on the hands kasi
Yes.
happy, so that's happy. I thought this is happy.
Alright. Okay.
Makikita niyo sa mukha at saka sa kamay yung kanyang
Okay, so
Okay.
do we have
Yeah, I think-
one last word? Or that was it?
One last na lang daw. Meron ka po ba? Alright, one last.
One last.
one last.
Si Bea magaling rito. Food to eh. Milk.
Milk?
It's kind of like milking the cow.
Milk. Tama po, milk.
Oh, Kuya Randall, tama din. Yeah!
Bread ang sabi, bread.
Milk.
It's alright. Alright. Okay.
Well, I had fun and
Alright,
hopefully
thank
our
you.
viewers as well, Bea. Siguro yung iba na
Yes
medyo
po.
naglag lang yung internet pero we've seen a couple of guesses as well. And the last one, may
Yeah.
mga nakahula din naman, Milk. I think for the most part of it, yung pinakahuli, mas maraming nakahula because it's more of the
Milk.
action of milking. Di po ba?
Yes. Feeling ko yung
Thank-
happy po may nakaget din kasi hindi kami nakafocus ni Kuya Randell sa mukha dun sa kamay pero mas matalino yung mga viewers natin eh. So, I'm sure they got that as well po. Okay.
Thank you so much po sa
Sister
lahat
Rose
ng
at
mga
Kuya Randell.
nag-participate. And Sister Rose.
Enjoy
Salamat
ako.
po.
Oo, di ba?
Thank you.
Okay, so this time, malapit na tayo mag-soundcheck reveal po and I have here some of our guesses po. Sabi po ni Ate Chi, parang up and down the stairs. Yun ang sabi niya. Okay,
Up
sabi
and
ni
down
Ate
the
Maya, lata po. Parang yung guess ni Ka Rose. Sabi ni Ka Kirsty, nagdi-dribble ng bola. Uy, oo nga no, pwede rin, pwede rin.
Well, opo.
Sabi ni Ate Leslie, nagkakabit ng bubong. Sabi ni Ka Ryan, bottle. Ang sabi naman ni Ka Karen, nagpupukpok. Hindi niya po alam ano, basta po with question mark po yung sagot niya. So, yun na nga. At syempre, yung mga entry din namin kanina, isama na po natin yun. Yun nga parang toddler na merong nilalaruan. Si Caro.
Tsaka yung nag-renovate sa bahay nyo, Bea.
Pili ko mas maingay po yun dapat, Kuya Randall. Mas malakas po dito pag naririnig ko eh. But this time, eto na nga, Kuya Randall, do you think it's time for our soundcheck reveal? No, Kuya Randall?
Yes, it is. Huwag na natin bitinin ating mga viewers. And of course, pati na rin tayo. Kasi
Yes.
Bea and I actually don't know what it is.
Yes. So, Kuya Kevin, ano nga ba ang ating soundcheck? Let's have our reveal. Maakyat baba ng hagdan!
Hindi, baba
Meron
lang
pang
eh. Wala
thumbs up
namang
sa
umakyat eh.
Baba lang.
lang ng hagdan.
So, yung mga akyat, yung mga umaakyat, hindi raw po kino-consider.
Yeah, we're
going
really
down
so
the-
considerate enough.
Oh,
Pwede
iba
na
raw
rin.
tunog pagpaakyat pala siguro. Okay. Good job po sa lahat na nakakuha ng ating tamang sagot. And even yung mga
Congratulations
close answers po.
po.
Yes, ayan, yes. Clap, clap,
Now-
yes. Sabi ni Sister Rose.
Okay, so now it's time for
Alright.
our tech segment, Sister Bea and Carlos. So for our tech segment po, we'd like to emphasize po, we do have the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language mobile app. So with this app po, it's one of the efforts of the church administration to once again reach out and care for the deaf, both and equally po to the members and the non-members inside the church po at saka sa mga hindi po Iglesia ni Cristo. So kindly show them po, Brother Kevin, of the official app po, the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language mobile app.
Cristo Sign Language Guide, Android and iOS version. We gladly introduce the new interface of our INC Sign Language Guide, Android, and the much-awaited iOS version. The INC Sign Language apps is a project of the Christian Society for the Deaf under the Christian Family Organizations Office of the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ. It is a part of the church's continuous intensive efforts to reach out to and care for the deaf, INC members and non-members alike. This free sign language app includes the following features: 8,000 plus vocabulary entries, all in video, customizable video playback speeds, examples of signed phrases and sentences, categorized everyday signs like alphabet, numbers, colors, greetings, educational terms, medical terms, legal terms, Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, and many more. User maintainable favorites category, fast search and voice search, all features are available offline. And since these sign language applications contain phrases concerning the Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, we can use these apps in inviting more deaf fellow men to learn the basic doctrines being taught inside the church. For more information, please visit www.iglesianicristo.net, www.facebook.com/Cristo Christian Family Organizations. www.facebook.com Christian Society for the Deaf. Thank you for your support.
So that was po our Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language app. And once again, we are encouraging everyone to please download the app. It's for free po, and it would come handy po. Whatever po your gadget is, it could be whatever processor po, you could avail that po for free. The Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language app. There you go, Bea.
Oh, all right. Okay, napakaganda. Okay, so now we'll go back po to our topic discussion. Meron pa po kasing ilang mga bagay na gusto na namin malaman ni Kuya Randell and for sure our viewers po. So, this time, we would like to learn a bit sign language. Basic lang po, Sister Rose, para po meron din po kami, mas madagdagan pa yung takeaway namin from tonight po. How can we introduce ourselves po? Yan, using sign language. Yun po yung una namin gustong matutunan. Nilista na po namin ni Kuya Randell. The first one is introducing yourself to someone who's deaf po. So how do we introduce ourselves?
So basically, you just general greeting is hi. Hi, I am.
Okay.
Ituro nyo yung sarili nyo. I am,
Alright.
sister. Kahit wala na yung sister, yung pangalan mo, Bea.
Okay.
So it's B-E-A. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that actually leads to our second question on our list, Bea. Now, how do you introduce or spell your name? So basically what you do is you just do the hand gestures. Like in my case, that's, I think if it's right, that's letter R, A-N-D-E, and then L. Randell.
Aba, ang galing. Galing ni Kuya Randell.
We did our homework na.
No, that's because we have the app, Bea. That's because we have the app.
O, diba?
It's that helpful, I'm telling you. Now, how about our greetings po? Common phrases and greetings po. If you could give us 2 or 3 po.
Greetings. Welcome to INC or welcome to UJ Radio. Ganon.
And how about you say good morning or good afternoon?
Good morning. Good morning. So, rising of the sun, morning, noon, afternoon. So, ganun lang yun, yung rising of the sun, pababa. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah.
Good. So now, Bea, now that we have learned simple gestures and phrases and greetings po, now tell us po, if you may po, Sister Rose, would you please tell us what are the advantages of knowing how to sign or how to do sign language po?
Deaf people, they are always, they wanted somebody to communicate with them since they cannot hear what's going on around them. Kaya when you gesture, hi, makikita nyo yung mata nila parang nag-spark, excited sila makipag-communicate sa inyo. So, a smile will do a lot. Pag isang ngiti nyo lang, nakaka-entice yun na, gusto niya ako makausap, sige, kausapin mo ako. So, it gives them the motivation to really go on with the conversation.
Para magsimula ng communication.
Para po magsimula ng communication. Opo.
Si wala pang ang kamay yun, Bea, ha? Ano pala yan, Sister Rose? Not just the smile.
Smile.
It's that powerful.
Tsaka yes. Napansin ko din po that facial expressions po are crucial for sign language. Tama po ba?
Very crucial. Yes. Katulad kanina, sabi ni Kuya Randell, tired. Sabi ko, happy. Sabi niya, tired. Yung mukha ko, sabi, happy.
Baka dahil sa kami ni Bea.
Happy to be tired?
Tired.
Yes, kahit tired na, we're still happy po. As long as in the performance of our duties. Tama ba, Bea?
Tama po yun.
We may be tired, but then we're happy. Ganyan po kasi tayo palagi.
But yun po, i-take note po namin yun na yung mga kapatid po natin, mga viewers po natin, kapag kayo po nag-aaral po ng sign language, lalo po kung on your own po kayo nag-aaral, na crucial din po ang facial expression kasi yun po ang isa sa mga pinipick up po ng ating mga kapatid na deaf. So para clear yung message. We'll take note on that po, Sister Rose. Thank you po. Alright.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I think we have a couple of pictures po, Rose, na isi-show ni Kuya Kevin ngayon. Kuya Kevin, pwedeng makita natin yung mga sinend. Okay, baka pwedeng i-share niyo po sa amin kung ano po nangyayari sa mga pictures.
Ito po ay during a Bible study. So I was interpreting the Bible study and a mix of visitors from the Philippines, from Texas, and sa US po. So, yes. So yan po ay ginagamit namin ang WebEx link and then we using technology para makuha nila yung message po. Yeah.
Yes, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay. We have another picture po, another one po. May mga sinend si Caro Sigs na makita. Ito, we were kind of curious ano pong nangyayari dito eh.
Yung latest po yung nakita nyo kanina, that was during, ngayong time na to. Kailan lang po nangyari yon. And then this one was done before the pandemic. Yan po ay Bible study. Deaf po yung bisita po namin yan na gustong magpatala ng study lesson. Yes. So, ganyan
po. Kahalaga, Bea, no?
Magkaharap po kami. Yes.
So we can see talaga, Bea, the significance ng pagkang isang tao ay she or he doesn't only speak of languages but including sign language because syempre po everybody has souls and even the deaf they require salvation po. So were it not of the specialist or the sign language interpreters, ay mahihirapan po tayong i-convey yung message of salvation sa mga kapatid po nating deaf or yung mga gustong magsaliksik sa Iglesia ni Cristo na may ganung kapansanan nga po if they may call it or those who belong to the deaf community. So yung pala yung picture na yun, yung Sister Rose is trying to elaborate or explain through her skills na gagamit po sa pagmimisyon.
Opo. Yes. Alright. Okay. That's so nice po. Sobrang na-amaze po kami. Nakakatuwa po. And I think we have
and there's a video clip
one
as well.
Yes, another one po. So pakita po natin. I-walk through niyo po kami. Ano po nangyayari po dito, Sister Rose?
Sabi ko sa kanya, where are you? Hindi kita nakita sa presentation ko. Ay, sorry, galing ako sa trabaho. Na-late ako. Sabi ko, taga saan lokal ka? Project 2 at 3. Yun ang conversation namin dalawa.
Alala pa talaga ni Carol.
Yes, nakita ko yung experience niya eh.
Alright po. At dahil po dyan, mag-shoutout na rin po kami kasi we know them po. Hello po kay Ate CJ. Hello po. Hello din po to Brother Adrian, Brother Errol D, Brother John Lester, Brother Mark Anthony, and si Ate Jerly Ann. So yung mga binanti po natin po are some of our brethren po nakasama sa CSD or Christian Society for the Deaf. And some of those mga brethren po natin ay nakasama rin po sa mga aktibidad po natin as talents. So ito po, minsan napanood namin na doon namin nakita yung nagsasign po siya and then umiiyak siya. Nararamdaman niya. Na-amaze po kami. So, hello po sa inyo mga kapatid and we hope you're watching. Hello po. Alright. Okay po. So, I think we're close to our to the end po of our discussion ngayon po. Ako magtatanong, Kuya Randell, for this one po. I'm very, very curious po. Although nasabi niyo na po kanina, pero may mga nakaredy po tayong pictures kasi Dahil po kayo po ay na-inspire or na-motivate po, hindi po ba? Yung pinaka-main motivation nyo po ay yung pong parents nyo. Can you tell us a bit more about that po? And bakit po eventually nagamit nyo po ito pong ito pong skill nyo, ito pong na-acquire nyo na makatulong po sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo? Why do you continue to do that po, Sister Rose?
I might have the skills. I grew up, signing and but the skills is actually encouraged by the church administration po. Ang Ka-Eduardo po ang nagsabi na mag-aral, mag-pursue ng interpreting course para maging karapat-dapat na maging interpreter. Kaya yun po ang naging inspiration ko. Kaya hanggang ngayon po, I'm working in the field of interpreting. Yun po ang profession ko. So that para po magamit pa lalo ng marami pang deaf. Eventually po, my parents were baptized in the church. Kaya sa awa po ng Diyos, talagang napakabait talaga. Very, very happy po na sila ay kasama na namin panatag ang loob ko na nasa iglesia sila, nag-aakay sila. Akay nila yung bisita na yan, yung lalaki nakatayo sa gitna namin, ay bisita nila yan.
Yes po.
Bible student yan na deaf. Kaya malakas ang gawain dito pagdating sa mga deaf.
Alright po. Actually, may iba pa pong pictures na na-send po si Sister Rose na gusto po rin po namin ma-share po niya sa inyo. So, can you walk us through a little bit dito po sa pictures?
Yes. The one on the left is my tatay, si Casicilio, and then those wearing the choir uniform, sila po ang mga anak ko. All of them. I have 4 girls. They are my girls. And then sa right side po si nanay. So that's my family here in New York.
Okay po. More pictures. Uy!
Ayan!
So kayo po, di ba, head secretary sa nasa dulo?
Yes.
Is that mommy niyo po, nasa gitna? Siya po ba yan?
Bida, no? Bida si nanay. Ayan siya sa gitna, sabi niya. Sige, dito ako sa gitna. Okay, sige, sabi ko. Gusto niya rin magkalihim para makasama niya ako. So, she's doing some work. Kaya kasama siya sa amin sa secretary. Yes.
Alright.
Next picture,
kalihim,
please.
and I think, ayan, hindi lang kalihim.
Yan. Hindi lang kalihim kasi sabi niya, uy, ang ganda naman nung naka-uniform ng puti. Gusto ko rin nakaputi ako. Sabi ko, hintay ka lang ng konti, no? Mag-practice ka muna, mag-observe para tignan natin kung makakapasa ka. Tapos eventually po, naging a deacon and deaconess silang dalawa.
So nice po. And how do you feel about that po na hindi nyo lang po kasi sila naakay. Ngayon nakita po namin, they became more than that po eh. Ibig sabihin nataniman po sila. So how do you feel po, Sister Rose?
I'm very inspired and I'm really at peace knowing na ang parents ko ay nasa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Nothing more I can ask for. Yun lang po talaga ang goal ko.
So nice.
And now it's the other deaf people's turn. Kaya hello sa mga deaf. We're here to serve you.
Yes.
Wow, that is really so inspiring po, Caros and Sister Bea. Malinaw po sa ating Sister Bea kung paano po naging kasangkapan o naging mabisang tool yung skill po ng Caros to be able to interpret po sign language. Una po, hindi lang niya na-apply ito dun sa mga iba't ibang mga nagsaliksik sa loob ng iglesia, just like what the other pictures suggest. But above all, mismo po sa kanyang mga magulang na tawag sa loob ng iglesia, through her doing his sign language po during teachings, above all, hindi lang sila natawag, nagkaroon pa ng mga tungkulin sa loob ng iglesia.
Yes.
So that was really so inspiring po. And I've heard a lot of stories po, pero this one po is something that's really so unique. And of course po, all of this happened po dahil po, of course, prayers for sure during those entire course po na inaakay nyo sila, patuloy po kayo nagpapanata. So thank you very much po, Sister Rose, and for sharing to us your wonderful experience of how you were able to manifest po.
Maraming salamat po.
Right. And
What
yun
the
nga po.
Bible says, siguro, Bea. So now after hearing po the encouraging statements and stories po, and so inspiring, let's ask what the Bible says and relate it to our topic for tonight.
He said to them, "Go throughout the whole world and preach the gospel to all people. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved. Whoever does not believe will be condemned."
Once again, thank you for everyone. And of course, this show wouldn't be possible. So without thanking po very important persons behind this po. First of all, we'd like to thank po Brother Eduardo V. Manalo for again giving us this wonderful opportunity po to share our faith through this program and to be able to help out and reach out to a lot of people. And of course, also po to Brother Angelo Manalo po for being such a dynamic leader to the CFO organization po, which this program is a part of. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Yes,
Bea?
and of course po again, Thank you po kay Sister Marie Rose. Thank you po ng marami, Ka Rose. Marami po kayo na-inspire kahit po kami. Marami po talaga kaming natutunan. At ang aim naman po lagi ng UG Radio ay syempre maka-inspire po ng ating mga viewers. Ayan. So
Thank you, Ka
so much po
Rose. Salamat po.
for joining
Maraming
us.
salamat po.
Alright. And of course, thank you po sa ating mga viewers po sa YouTube and sa Facebook. Kaya naman po, idiretso ko na po sa ating mga programs. So, of course, we have Fit to Serve po every Sunday. That's 8 o'clock in the morning. Spotlight po with Sister Joycel. That's Sunday, 7 p.m. Continue po to follow, subscribe, ipag-anyaya nyo po ang ating mga CFO pages po on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Of course, continue to watch po, subscribe to INCTV and INC Radio, lalo na po ngayong buwan na ito ng Pebrero. And of course, ang INC Production Company Facebook page and YouTube channel po para kayo po ay manatiling updated po sa ating mga aktibidad at iba't iba pa pong mga music video, INC music videos po natin sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Alright.
Thank you so much, Bea. And if I may also po, I'd like to greet po my Seya family po, Sister Mitch, Richelle, Brother Chris, and Brother Dale and Mayflower po from Houston, Texas. They're always watching us po despite the time difference. Maraming salamat po. And in behalf of the staff, once again, we'd like to thank you for joining Unity Junction Radio, brought to you by the Iglesia ni Cristo Production Company, promoting Christian culture and values. Ayan, salamat po na marami.
Thank you so much po muli, and we will be leaving you with our last INCMV. Isa na naman pong Sign Language Challenge po. Ito naman po ay ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Enjoy po, and we'll see you again next Saturday, mga kapatid. Thank you po. Ingat.
Thank you so much po. Join us next Saturday. Salamat po, Carlos.
Thank you po.
Bea. Thanks everyone, to our viewers.
Noon hanggang ngayon, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay nagtatagumpay. Tuloy-tuloy ang kanyang paglawak, sa buong mundo'y nakatalatan na. Sama-sama lahat sa pagsulong, kailanman ay di kami uurong. Ikaw, O Diyos, ang siyang gabay ng Iglesia ni Cristo sa buong daigdig. Hindi mo pinabayaan ang iyong inilagay na pamamahala. Tunay nga sa iyo itong Iglesia, galing sa iyo ang pamamahala. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Nangangako kami ngayon sa iyo, Ama, ay magtatapat. Gayon din ang aming pangako, sa pamamahala ay makipagkaisa. Tututin lahat ng iyong utos, nasa amin kanilang tinuro. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Sama-samang lahat sa pagsulong, kailanman ay di kami uurong. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal. Salamat sa iyo, Ama, ang Iglesia ni Cristo ay minamahal.